Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video. Today we're going to be continuing on with evolving a custom solar system from birth to death, version 8. This is now the third part of this system, so if you've not seen the previous two, definitely go ahead and check those out first. But without further ado guys, let's get straight into this. So, this is where our system currently stands. We can see we still have a lot of those asteroids that we picked up from all of that from last episode where we had that random occurrence of a lot of asteroids flying from interstellar space. We do quite like doing those interstellar space little things that show up out of nowhere. They're quite cool. We can also see a lot of our orbits have just been completely ruined by our brown dwarf being in here. So gas are red here. This has ruined a lot of things in this system. It currently has one object orbiting it as well, actually, which is pretty cool. So there is that. But yeah, that world has caused absolute chaos in our outer solar system. Pretty much the only objects that are okay is everything in the inner system here. Pretty much everything up to the orbit of this chlorine planet from Zane B here. Everything up to that is okay, but everything further out than that has been absolutely ruined by our brown dwarf there, so not good. And with that as well, our star is also getting hotter and brighter, so we can see that, yeah, the objects are getting pretty warm now. So we always had Beowulf last episode. It was Hatterpool at one point. You can see it's still hanging on to the last bits of its water, but it's not really looking too good. So we can see very cloudy, a lot of evaporation of all the water. That's what it looks like underneath now. A complete shadow of its former self there. There's a once great Hatterpool world, but can be completely ruined. So there is where it stands at the moment. So we also have possible more lifelike worlds that may be awakening soon, like this one here, minus 54 degrees. Just got some random rocky planets as well. This one here is too hot as well, if I remember right, 113 there. This object from Zane B is still frozen, but then we have other planets that could be lifelike out here, like Capoodle, for instance. But it's too far away to ever really see any temperature, which is a real shame if you think about it. So, yeah, not good. So got the gas giant with the atmosphere there. That world's still just so far out as well. But anyways, let's start running our simulation at high speed and see how things change here. So, look at the state of this. Honestly, that brown dwarf has caused so much problems. So let's just watch as it goes around. It's continually just ripping orbits and ruining orbits. I mean, every time it gets close to something, it's just going to cause trouble because it's got that massive load of mass on it, which really is powerful in this system, and it's, yeah, stops any of the dominant gas giants stepping out of line, really. It's got 25 masses of Jupiter there, and yeah, it means business with anything it gets too close to. I mean, just look at it. It's just, it has its orbits barely changed, but everything else is just around it has been transformed like crazy here, really. We've still got all those comets that are flying in and out, but I mean, they're not looking too great either. Let's go on trails. That's probably a little better to see here. So you can see there's some of the comets there going in and out. But gas are red. Look at this. It flies around. Is it going to epsilon there? It's getting a bit close to it. See, it's probably just on the edge there. I mean, these other two ice giants here, just chilling on the edges here, they're very lucky to stay where they are at the moment. Because we could see any little change and those objects could get ejected out completely. So let's just slow down time like that. So it looks like we may have another world. That world's been ejected. Look, that's gone. This world's also gone. But we can see like Capoodle, the Gas ATM, and Tyceti. They've got such long orbits now. They're just in no man's land out here. Like 6,000 year orbits. Gosh, not looking good there. Right, anyways, onto the star itself here. So it's time to slightly start evolving even more. So again, we're going to get bigger. So slowly climbing up the size there. And then obviously the luminosity is the big killer here. That's going up to 30 now. So yeah, bigger, brighter, more deadly. We'll have to see how this plays out now. So let's continue. Let's put trails on because those orbits are a bit annoying with the comet orbits. So let's slowly let time change here. So see how this works. But the look how stable the inner solar system is. There's not a single problem whatsoever. Just completely fine. Absolutely no problems at all here. Literally all the orbits. You can see the stars slightly moving. That's due to the pull of the brown dwarf. But all the planet orbits are perfectly balanced, stable. Literally no problems there at all. great stuff there. We've got quite a nice inner system, but then the outer solar system's just in turmoil. So there we are. But anyways, onto the planets. We always like to check them out, so we can see Vulcan here, hotter and hotter every day. There's Gliese. So there's a 251, our gas giant close to the star there. Also got Corvo over here. 136, see that's losing its water now, not looking good. This object from Chris here, it's still a big ocean world, but it's just not warmed up yet. What is going on? It's still got that very strange URL thing. Well, what is that all about? So what is going on here? Why is it not getting the temperature? I mean, maybe it could make it 2. There we go. That should probably give it the kick it needs. There you go. That's more like it. It should be warming up at this point anyway. It's right close to that star. So there you go. That's better. So let's actually have a closer look at it. So what is actually going on here? So it's a great looking world. So atmosphere and the clouds are off. That's what it actually looks like underneath. So, whew. Okay. Can I open it, please? There you go. So see the clouds. It's actually the clouds are what make it look so dim. So if we actually look underneath here, what is this? Is that just surface? I don't think there's actually any oceans on here, is there? Yeah, there's no water. It's all just very mysterious clouded world. So that's what it actually looks like underneath. So very, very bright. Not looking too good, honestly. I mean, I'm sure this world was supposed to have a bit of water. So what does it actually look like with the water on it? Okay. Very interesting settle. There you go. I think the clouds just hide all that anyway. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so strange the way it looks now. What the heck? Oh, that's so weird. We can make the clouds brighter, I guess. Make it look a little more nice looking world. That's interesting. Let's look at the water. That's the water there. The clouds are so strange on this. Oh, that is so weird. So we have a nice sort of light blue ocean colour there. And then there's the clouds. I mean, that world... So yeah, 138, so it's not really going to last. The water isn't going to last anyway, so we might as well just remove it. So, yeah, that's what our world looks like at the moment. So, all we've done is brighten the colour of the clouds up a bit. So, there we are. That's a very mysterious world. There's that cool effect there, the glowing effect. Okay. Next planet out, the Proto Mars. Oh yes, another habitable world. How is this one doing now? Let's see. My guess is that vegetation is going to start disappearing soon. If we turn it on and off, you can see that's what it will eventually look like. So let's just slowly watch as it goes around. Is it going to lose any of that, or is it still sitting fairly comfortable, actually? Oh, you can see there's a bit more that have just shown up there. A bit more of the brown. But then again, it seems to be doing alright, to be honest. A few more deserty areas on it, but I mean, it's still hanging on in there. The artist points go up to 60, so... Ooh. So you roughly want to be where the yellow is. Maybe the yellow and greener areas on this object. Okay. So that world is probably at the start of the end of its sort of life now, so... Yeah, the next star evolution probably will be the final one for that. Next planet out, we've still got this frozen world here. Still very cold. Not really much going on here at all. With that awesome glowing look behind it. And I saw a lot of people asking in the comments, how do you actually make this? This was an object submitted by one of you guys, so I honestly do not have the faintest idea how this world came to be. So yeah, you have to ask around, I think, because I don't know. If I'm perfectly honest. I've got no idea what the modders did to that. And then next up, we've got Beowulf here. 115 degrees. Any ocean still left on it? Or is it still... I think it's lost all of its water. No, it's still got a bit hanging on there. Okay. Oh, wow. That is surprising. So it's still hanging on there. I mean, it's obviously cooler at the top, isn't it? So... No, even at the coldest points, yeah, it's still fairly cold. That's the last area for water to hang on there. Okay. So... Let's continue our evolution. So let's keep it rolling. Get that simulation speed up. And watch as things change. So look at, you can see how the star moves. Look, that is pretty cool. So the brown dwarf's constant pull actually does move the star. If we go on, yeah, we are on trails here. You can see the star is slowly moving. You can see its little trail behind it. So if I actually take my camera off the star, you can see it. The system is actually moving through space fairly fast as well. Look at that. So it is slowly hopping away. So we can see the star's speed. Look, it is changing constantly due to the brown dwarf's pull on it. So yeah, this system is slowly moving through space, which is pretty awesome. If we go back to orbits, it doesn't look like it's moving at all, but the trails tell another story, so it's pretty cool. And like, I think we have just lost the Avatar gas giant. Look, it's been thrown out. I don't think it's coming back. I think it's gone for good. Oh, we've lost Tai Seti as well. Oh no. So I think we've lost, yeah. Oh, we've lost a lot of objects from that. Look at that. That's not good. Oh dear. So if I just pause the simulation quickly here, you can see that Tai Seti gas giant has been ejected. We've lost that one as well. Polyphemus, that's gone. We've also lost more of our asteroids. They're not coming back by the looks of it. Okay. Not looking good. We've still got gas ATM hanging on. Where is Capoodle gone? Is that still... Oh, there it is. It's actually closer to the star again. Hey. Still hanging on in there. Let's go. Ah, yeah. Oh. Whoa. What is that all about? Oh, so it's actually in the inner solar system now. Oh my god, no way. It's actually... Can it hang on in the inner solar system though? Or is it going to get affected by the brown dwarf again is the question. Because I don't think it's going to last in there. Unfortunately, I think the brown dwarf's going to pull that away eventually. But let's actually see as it approaches the inner solar system. Does it get any temperature at all as it approaches? Let's see. So here we go. So it's approaching. So it's also warming up. So it's going into the orbit of Beowulf now, roughly. But still at minus 80. It still takes time for it to all melt before any water could show up. So at least it's receiving some sunlight properly, but I'm not sure if that's really going to help. So if we look underneath, is that actually... Oh, that's snow. Ha! So there's no water on it right now. I don't know why there's snow and ice are that colour, but okay. I mean, they should be... In theory, they should be white. I don't know why they're like that. So that's what it actually looks like. So it's just the world waiting. I mean, it's got the... It does have water on it. I mean, if we turn it up, I mean, you should see it slowly... Here? It's gonna... Yeah, so it is there. But it's just been a little weird. So, I mean, if what I need to do is just settle it, really. And there you go. But again, it's frozen at the moment. So we'll have to see if that actually lasts or not. So... Yeah. So Capoodle, how are we doing? So look how old it is now. How long this object has existed in the simulation. So how are we? If we go to millions of years, oh, so we've simulated 49,000 years in this. So that's pretty cool. So let's see Capoodle's journey continues. So it goes roughly in the orbit of Beowulf, then it flies out again. So it just hasn't got close enough to really get the temperature it needs. So it's just going to go out, get cold again, and then repeat. So it just doesn't stay warm enough long enough to really get the temperature. So in theory we'd have to wait for the star to evolve again before more sets off. So you know what, why not? Let's say it hangs on in there for a while. Whoa, whoa, what's happened here? Well, this world's gone. Dear, oh dear, so that's out. I mean, I think we've lost a lot of our comets actually. I think all the comets have been kind of lost at this point. You can see, look, this one... That's gone. These ones are still hanging on. You can see their orbits are coming back. That one's gone. But yeah, those ones are just about hanging on. But we lost a lot of our comets that flew in last episode, so not good. Okay, so star itself. What we're going to do is we're going to go for a save as well, of course. There we are. Always make sure to save. So we're at 30 luminosity. Let's go straight to 40. And then obviously radius. The star is getting bigger. See, Vulcan is kind of in trouble now. That's a bigger star. So if we look in AU, for instance, 0.1 AU. So we are in that red giant phase properly now. So we're going to see what sort of chaos unfolds here. So for instance, Capoodle here may be able to just slightly get the life haven it's been waiting for a while. If it can position correctly and get that temperature it needs. So let's see how this plays out. So it's coming in. Now, is that enough to warm it up? Still, no, no, it's still just not enough to hang on in there and warm up enough. So it's probably going to get pulled away by the brown. Look how close this is to the brown warfare. So, whew. Poor thing, man. It just can't do it. Just has not had the chance in this system to do anything other than just be frozen up. So again, it just cannot get into the positive temperatures. It just stays under that minus constantly. That's a shame. That's a real shame. So if we look back at the planets now, so the inner planets, we've got Vulcan here, 400 degrees, Gliese, 200 increasing, we've got Corvol here, 164. We've got Chris's planet here, that world's getting hot now. The Proto Mars, look at the state of that. Look, that was nice and green when we last looked at it. Look at it now. The next star evolution has definitely upset it. Look, still is some green left, but it's... yeah, it's definitely past its haven, so all of that green has been killed off. So, that's a shame. So, with that one, Beowulf, again, I'm sure this is going to be just completely... is any water lasting still? No, it is still there! Oh my god, it's still hanging on, wow. But let's say the greenhouse effect does increase more. So this, it has more effective clouds, so the albedo does go up, but then it's getting more greenhousey, so we're going to double that up to 30, so that is going to really... global greenhouse effect is kicked off here. That is going to skyrocket in temperature now. Or it should skyrocket, you think. Maybe the albedo helps it out a bit. Maybe we was a little too drastic with it, but there you go. I'm sure that'll... let's just let time evolve, see where it sort of sorts itself out. So it is warming up now. The greenhouse is kicking off. Maybe we need more layers. Let's go with 60. There you go. I'm sure that will give it a real kick. I think the water's still at the top. If you look there, I think I can still see it. Yeah. How is that? There, it's still there. There's still a bit of green on it as well. Oh my god. But you can see that is not looking good at all. But yeah, why is it? Come on, it should have more than that. There you go. Let's just give it a real kick now. 120 layers, there you go, that's more like it. That will definitely get it hot, so... well, surely the water at this point is... yeah, nah, that's gone. No more water. Extinct from this planet. There you go. Makes more sense at this point, I think. So how are we doing with the other objects? So there's the chlorine planet. Is this one actually warming up a bit? Hey, it is melting, look. Cool. So these rocks here, not really much going on there. Oh, look, this world's warming up. So we'll have to see how this world changes with a bit of temperature. I don't know if the temperature will change the way this the glow on this works. So we'll have to wait and see, really. I mean, it's not ice or snow or water, this weird glow. So it's not, we don't actually know what causes the glow. So, pretty interesting stuff there. So, onto the outer system. Caboodle again. -9 degrees. Is it going to come back and warm up? Let's see. Okay, so we're approaching. So, oh, there we go. It's in positive temperatures. It goes straight up to 60. Oh, dearie. Okay, so 60 degrees. So, well, it just can't get the nice spot. It's either too cold or too hot. So its conditions vary too much for it to have a consistent area. So unfortunately, this world will never be habitable at this point now, unless it finds its own place in the orbits. But that's not going to work. You can see here, yeah, look at the temperatures on that change. Oh, yeah, not good. Oh wow, But it looks like it is hanging on in the inner system. We're going to have to wait and see if this... There you go. There, it could get pulled there. No. Yeah, I definitely think it's going to get pulled away. Ooh. Yeah, it runs smoother. Let's keep an eye on that. Just any moment too close to that brown dwarf and we'll be seeing some serious action as this slowly gets changed just needs to get at the close point at the closest time here. Oh, the its orbit has changed. Look. Oh yeah, you can see as soon as it got close to that Brow Dwarf, it just continually it changed again there. So now it could get straightened out again. Oh, there you go. Oh, let's go. Right. That's a nasty one as well. That's been pushed hard. I mean, let's see. Oh, huge change there. So the world, it just can never find its place in this system. And that's going to be freeze. So yeah, just cannot find its place, this object. Real shame. Okay. So back to the inner solar system now. So I think it's time again for a save. Alrighty, okay. So the star again. That luminosity, we're in the red giant phase now, is going to really kick off. 160 there, and an increasing. And then obviously radius of star, again, increasing. Getting bigger and bigger. We're going up to the 0.4 AU range now, so we can see half the size of Earth's orbit here. So for comparison, Earth's orbit is roughly just a little closer than this Gliese here. This is at a 12-month orbital period, but its distance is about 1.14 AU, so it's a little further away. So we can currently see that Vulcan, which is roughly a Venus orbit, 0.6 AU, not looking good. I mean, look at this. So, whoop. It's tightly locked as well, remember, look at that. So our once nice star, not very nice anymore, so we can see that it's still got a bit of atmosphere on the hidden on the other side, but the front face of it is just, whew. So I think at this point, any atmosphere is going to get blown off this thing, so 0 mass. Done. So no more atmosphere. Oh, it's all glitched out though. Oh, we have to put the atmosphere on again, and then just remove it. So turn that off. There you go, and then remove the atmosphere properly. 0. So no atmosphere, completely erased. It's just a hot rock now. Still got city lights apparently. I'm not sure about that. Get out of here. But that world's going to get pretty incinerated at that point. So there we go. Then we've got gas giant next orbit out. So there is Gliese. And our comets need to watch out, because it looks like our comets may be on a collision course with the star there. So Curvol, the third planet from the star. So the red giant phase, not looking too fondly on this guy either. So I think again, we'd probably see the greenhouse effect here just skyrocket. So I mean, I think this is a 1,000 layers. I don't know about that, but 130. So there we are. Okay. How does it look underneath then? So there you go. Ooh, yeah, it doesn't look too friendly now. Still see some of that red water there, but that's not going to help out. So there we go. So that world's not looking too good no more either. Next planet out, we've got Chris's object here. 260 degrees. Look at that. Oh, didn't look like that earlier. Okay, clouds off. That's what it looks like underneath. So maybe the clouds lose their colour a bit. Maybe the atmosphere loses its colour as well. Oh. Yeah, that's let's put it to 0.1. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that's a world that's changed quite a lot, hasn't it? That was always a mysterious world in this system, though. We never really saw any water on it. It's just a strange glowing looking effect. How is the Proto Mars still hanging on with water? 199 degrees. Let's let this simulation run. Really? No way the water's still hanging on there. It's 200 degrees. How is it still green? What? No way. Get out of here. And since this is a proto-Mars as well, obviously the atmosphere was never that thick. Instead of getting the greenhouse effect, so I saw one of you guys in the comments said this as well, but instead of having the Venus global greenhouse effect, how about the atmosphere just gets completely wiped off? So there you go, no more atmosphere. Well, it has no atmosphere, but it's still showing the atmosphere. So again, that's an annoying glitch. We'll put it to 1. Oh, just increase it a bit. There you go. And then we need to just turn those off. Yeah, get off. And then turn the atmosphere off properly. There you go. Okay, so there it is. So atmosphere completely erased. That water immediately will get blown off into space. No more of that. So now it's a world that's completely ruined. And it's just going to be a hot rock now. So it's going to lose a bit of temperature because this atmosphere is being ripped apart. The green area is trying to return. Oh, come on. Get out of here with that. There we go. So since it had a thinner atmosphere to begin with, it never got the greenhouse effect, global greenhouse effect started there. Okay. Next world out. Still no different. Look. 100 degrees now. That blue glow is still there. Very strange. But let's say we have a bit of fun with this one. So, now it's at 100 degrees. Let's say some hidden material from underneath the surface starts to sort of erupt out. So let's have some water just show up and create a bit of just a thin little atmosphere shows up. So let's have something let's make it a little interesting. So nothing ridiculous. But let's just say it fades up to about 1 Mars's atmosphere of material that's magically just shown up. Maybe it has a bit of water for a bit. I don't know. I don't think that will really last, but let's say the world has a mysterious... That looks awesome, but let's say the world has a mysterious sort of loss of material. As water just starts spraying out of it. So in theory, we'd want it to just... Yeah, it's warmed up. So all to say there's all just material showing off out of that ice. So I don't think this world has enough mass to really... Yeah, it doesn't have the mass to hold on to water. But let's just have a little play. Let's just assume it does have enough mass. I know the radius just changed. We'll just ignore that. But let's say some water does show up. That's just appeared from underneath its surface. So it's been frozen for a long period of time. But let's say some water just sprouts out from underneath, giving us this very strange appearance. And then again, we want an atmosphere. Is it atmosphere? Yeah, give us an atmosphere as well. I want 1 Mars or something, please. It's losing it. Ah! 1 Earth atmosphere. So again, so it has an atmosphere for the time being, but due to the waves of the star, the atmosphere is doomed to fail from the beginning. So let's say it has a nice atmosphere, but it's just doomed to fail. It's never gonna... That does look awesome. Yeah. I like that. So, a world that's been just hidden away, frozen, cold, not much going on, but let's say, yeah, the solar waves, the warmth of the star, it warms it up, the world starts erupting sort of water from underneath, but the solar waves will just rip it apart before anything can get started here. So, if we watch time as it slowly evolves, look at that atmosphere slowly wither away. Look, it's just not going to last. So the water has a nice sort of look for a couple of years, a couple of days, if that. So this is a very short period of time where this world has its nice sort of appearance. But again, it's just going to get reduced back to nothingness. The water is just going to get ripped off, as you can see. So it's actually doing it naturally, which is how it should work. So if we let time evolve, again, it's just going to lose all of that, and it will just go back to the way it was. So yeah, it had a load of secret material underneath, but it's all just been ripped out straight away. So back to the way it was. So nothing interesting here in either way, but still has that very mysterious blue on it, which is still unexplained. What causes that? So yeah, little bit of a fun event for that object. You never know what could be hidden under the surface. Next up, we've got Beowulf here. So again, 600 degrees here, not looking good. But let's say the greenhouse effect here does continue. So we're going to go up again. We're going to double or triple it almost. So there we go. So it's going to continue going ridiculously hot. So, whew, opacity all the way up. Yeah, definitely. But you can't see it obviously because it's glowing hot anyway. So, whew. So Beowulf not looking good at all. And we've got some of our other rocky objects out here, not much going on there. Some of our comets. Where's Capoodle now? Is that... where is Capoodle? I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's all over here. Oh, dearie dear. Okay, so... Again, we will save. Replace. And let the time continue. So... Red giant phase. Our system is near its end now. Things are going absolutely berserk with the orbits. Whoa! Look at this. Whoa! What is this orbit? So that's that gas state. That's well, still hanging on out there. Okay. What's that Proto Mars got? We didn't have a look at that one. How's this one? Oh yeah, that one's just been completely lost its atmosphere. Yeah. Okay. So, star itself again. The radius, the luminosity is now going ridiculous. So bright. Ooh. 2,800. So the system really is in its final moments now. Really, I mean, there's not much left to give. So I mean, even the outer objects here, we're going to start seeing probably a bit of temperature. So if we look here, Epsilon, for instance, this world, being cold, the whole system, an ice giant, the only ice giant hanging on left, the only one left that survived throughout the entire history of the system. Every other gas giant has been ejected by our brown dwarf. So it comes in, gets a bit of warmth, does warm up a bit. Goes, no, not into the positives though, but it does get some warmth. There's Capoodle again, flying by. Goes up to 200 degrees as it flies through the star. Gassa Red is upset in its orbit once more. Its orbit has been reset around the star again. Oh, man. Okay. Our comets are still flying away, but I think at this point, if you're a comet of a red giant, you may just dissolve. So that's gone. So, there we go. This really isn't going well for this system, is it? Oh, dearie dear. So only the comets that go into the inner system, I think, will just dissolve out. So, for instance, that one as well, we're just going to get rid of that. And also because the orbit's a bit annoying, so there we go. Another one, that comet, we're getting rid of that as well. That flew into the inner system, so yeah, no more comets. They're all being dissolved or rejected, so okay. So we've got another comet flying in. Is it going to go into the red zone? Yes, it does. Okay, that's gone as well. Get rid of that. Another world's been ejected out there. That's gone. Look at this. Right, so to the inner system once more. So how are we doing down here? So where is Capoodle? So there's Capoodle entering a very dangerous orbit now. Look at it. Ooh. Still has an issue with the brown dwarf. It does get ridiculously close in there. Okay. So there is that. Onto the star again though. Again, we're going to save because it is pretty much time for Volcano Day. So, ooh, star's going to get bigger. So let's see if we can try and simulate it. Actually, I want it to engulf possibly the first two planets here. So let's see if this plays out. So here we go. We can see the Vulcan very dangerously close to the star. And as I keep pressing, it should just be, it falls in. There you go. Big crash there. Now, Will Gleaser, hang on. Because as our star gets bigger, let's say the system expands. So, for instance, as the system's sort of going, as the star's sort of pulsating sort of up and down, going up and down in size, let's say it pushes out some of our orbits a bit. So, it's going to increase, or expand all orbits. So, for instance, I'm going to press this. And it's going to boost out some of the orbits. So, although it engulfed the first planet, I think Gleaser will just about escape because it got pushed out a little further in its orbit. So, it was originally about 1 AU, wasn't it? 1.1. So, it's now 1.3. So, it's been pushed out from this to the safe zone of this star. So, for now. So, again, it says continue increasing here. But this star probably won't last much longer. Let's go. It's going to go to an AU. So, it's going to go ridiculously big here. But let's say even with pushing out Gleaser, I think it's still going to be engulfed. It's going down. Oh. Ah. Oh my god. Look, it's right on the surface. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Right. Well, I think one more press and it's at it. So, yeah, we've gone into almost supergiant sizes of star here. So, 1.3 AU and counting. Again, one more click bigger and it's gone. The two inner planets are gone. The star's still going to increase. Luminosity's just going to go through the roof now because we are a very bright star. And, it's getting bigger and bigger. Whoa! And it's gone. So that goes boom. It's annoying it doesn't supernova when it does that, I have to say. So again, we're going to reopen it. We're going to simulate the supernova this time. So let's do that. So where were we? So we were... Okay, this is a little back in time. So again, luminosity goes ridiculously big. This goes up to double. literally double. There you go. Okay, so that's ready for supernova at this point. So we are... I mean, is this large enough to be a supergiant or just normal red giant? I mean, Antares is a red supergiant. You see, I wouldn't class that as a supergiant. That's, to me, that's a red giant. It's just not... It's not big enough. Beetlejuice, again, that's a supergiant. It's not... And if I compare it to the red giant sun, which is just under an AU in size... But it's more, yeah, look, it's definitely a red giant. This I wouldn't class this as a super giant. You guys let me know what you think as well, but to me, this can't be a super giant. It's not big enough. So, again, we'll still have it Nova, though. So, what I need to do here is the normal procedure of placing a... So, what we need to do is replace this with the good old white dwarf, as we like to use. So, that goes in the middle. Look at the little zone on it. And then what we have to simply do is place another star on top of it. So, for instance, we'll use a red giant sun here as our template. Obviously, it needs to be a little bigger. So, head it about 1.26 roughly. Something like that. And then all we need to simply do is press the explode button and click on the sun. There you go. So, that's all you got to do. Slow down the time. So, the white dwarf has already been created, so the orbits will stay safe. We're going to slow down time to very slow, because we do want to watch this. So, first two planets have been engulfed, remember. This is the closest planet to the star now. And as you can see, oh, look at that. That is a cool view. As you can slowly see at the star, it's slowly losing it. So instead of the star just popping immediately, you get a little view of the star losing its layers. So that is awesome to look at. So if we have a little look from further out, let's go to the Gasser Red, for instance. That's your parent star dying. So if I press play, ooh, boom, it's gone. So the inner system's just been engulfed in seconds, even though we're only traveling at 17 milliseconds there. So the inner system, what is going to happen here? So, ooh, there's Beowulf over there. Where is the white dwarf? Whatever the white dwarf is, it's just lost in the middle of it. White dwarf. There it is. What is this? Oh, the red giant. So that's the white dwarf. Red giant sun. What the heck is this? Something left over from the start. It's slowly disintegrating. You can see it slowly disappearing. And that's going to just vanish. That's gone. Huh. Okay. So, who do we want to spectate this from? Let's go to... The Proto-Mars is over here. But again, none of these worlds are going to survive this, I don't think so. Put orbits on so we can watch. So you can see how this is all going to break. But remember, the brown dwarf is going to have a big effect here because that's the only remaining dominant object now. So let's let time play. It is expanding. We're going to see a lot of worlds be destroyed from this. But I think now the brown dwarf is going to have a new effect. If the brown dwarf does survive this, maybe... I'd be like, I'll laugh if the brown dwarf got disintegrated by this. It's just increasing in temperature, but it's not losing any mass. It should be okay, actually. So, let's see the outer system. I mean, they should be okay. We can see Epsilon, the hottest it's ever been now. As the nova that approaches. Furthest planet out here, Gas ATM. How's that doing? That was actually just chilling at the moment. See how that changes. It's warming up a bit. Hey. See, orbits are being destroyed, though. We are losing planets. Ooh. Okay. Continue. Speed up a little more. Yeah, that world has survived. Hey. Cool. Right, so all that's left is Gasser Red and the White Dwarf in here now. So let's see how that, if I press auto orbit, that should binary up. Yeah, binary. Yeah. There you go. So that's in theory how it will continue. So there we go. And whatever's left will orbit around it. So let's see how, I don't know how this survived. I mean, there's no way that survived. Get out of here. No way. That outlived a lot of the other planets. It's only a little dwarf planet. Right, okay, there we are. So, how does this work? So they go boom. But I think we need the auto orbit button and see whatever's left to orbit. There you go. That makes more sense. Something like that. So, the white dwarf and the brown dwarf. Whoa, the white dwarf looks very energetic. Whoa. Look at that. Ooh. Don't want to mess with that. Okay, so now the orbits are all changing anyway due to the brown dwarf is going to have a major effect now. So this is actually a system we could continue going with after the supernova phase. So let's actually see what continues here. So that's going to keep going for a while now. A long while. So supernova's gone. Oh, where'd they go? Oh, there we go. So if I move the camera away, they're just gone. They're flying at high speed now. So, got to keep on the camera. There you go. Woo! Which happened at 1100 years. So all that's left is... So one of the dwarf planets did manage to survive, but the far distances. Or one of the comets, actually. Epsilon over here, the only remaining gas giant. Lived through everything, seen everything from one of the original planets. Got another dwarf planet chilling out there. Another dwarf planet or asteroid. And then the only other planet is this one. So the gas ATM object still hanging on in there. Because it got ejected so early, it saved it in the future. Being kicked out so far. But everything else has been disintegrated into nothingness. So all that's left, brown dwarf and the white dwarf now. So that is the end of Evolving a Custom System from Birth to Death, Episode 8. And it looks like this actually has a planet now. It's actually picked up something. Hey, hey, hey. Look at that. It's hanging on in there. Oh, okay. So it's still just going. Still hanging on in. Hey. So the only remaining planet in a close orbit to anything there. And then I'll see the only thing nearby other than that is the white dwarf, which is all alone. So after a long period of time, that'll become a black dwarf. And eventually the orbits would probably break apart. But yeah, we don't need to really simulate any of that. So there we are, guys. That does it for this episode, or this system of Evolving a Custom Solar System from Birth to Death. So let me know what you thought of this system down below in the comments. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, stay tuned for our 9th system, hopefully coming out in a week or so's time. We'll do another one because, I mean, you guys love these. I love doing them, so we're going to keep doing them for the foreseeable future. So yeah, really hope you've enjoyed this. And if you did, make sure to press that like and subscribe button, guys. Help us on the journey to 30,000 subscribers. And yeah, with that all said and done, make sure you have a great day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.